chatbots are multiplying the wrong information. They make it sound like it's now became real. And it's really dangerous in medicine. It's very, very concerning to me. And right now I'm upset about this because of what is happening in the news and in our country. And we're utilizing fake information. And by running statistics on that doesn't make it less fake. It's easy to create because with chatbot, it's quite easy to say, find me the top 20 papers. What's the top? Who decides it's a top paper, right? It's because it's appeared on top or because it's most clicked paper? Well, the news that is controversial and may be wrong gets the most clicks, gets the most clicks, and then it's one of the top papers. So now we've identified why 20. 20, by the way, is insufficient number to conduct any statistics. That's a fact. Any number below 30 is considered it's too small a sample size, right? But what they do is, and these 20 papers could be an observational study, an opinion, a case report. These are not equal. You can't just say that plus that plus that. You have to validate. When you conduct a meta-analysis, you put weights on papers, So if a study had a lot of patients, 2,000 patients, that study would have a lot more weight than a 5-patient study. And so the meta-analysis has rules. Also in meta-analysis, we try to adjust for population differences, right? They took top 20 papers decided by chatbot. And then they created statistics on that top 20. They say, well, 72% had that word in them, okay? Associations. So now we have Tylenol associated with autism because 72% of top papers chosen by chatbot mention the word association. Beyond the fact that that is not a statistics and that is the wrong way to look at it, the interpretation is not correct because I actually looked at those 20 papers, actually it was 18, and none of them concluded that there is an association as a fact. They said there may be an association, there's a potential. However, in the same sentence, they would say they're confounding factors. Because the truth is, if a woman takes Tylenol during pregnancy, there are many factors. Okay, what dose? For how long? In which trimester? Did the woman have a condition that required her to take Tylenol? For how long did they take? And as a matter of fact, they found out that it seemed that there were higher correlation in boys than girls, which is bizarre, okay? And how long? At least 20 weeks somebody would take. 20 weeks is a long time to take Tylenol, okay? At which doses? And also, if women actually had high fever during that time, the fever by itself may have been impactful on the child's health afterwards. And what was the fever due? Was that an infection? Was that a condition that a woman had? You have to control for a lot of these confounding factors to make a decision. And there was a very large study published recently based on a Swedish healthcare system with a lot of patients, and they actually used the control arm and they tried to control for many of the confounding factors. And the study concluded that there's absolutely no association between if you control for the factors. So it is not a unique case. It happens in our culture all the time that there is a paper and the paper gets to the news and everybody gets excited. Do we drink alcohol? Do we not drink alcohol? There's all these papers, do we eat? There's a lot of oncologists posting about sugar and cancer and, but at the end, it's dangerous. It's dangerous because people who are in a hurry and who do not have scientific training read the result, see a little graph that says 72% of papers say there is an association. And then they make that decision. I have a friend who's pregnant right now. Her husband called me yesterday and said she's in tears because she took Tylenol 2 weeks ago for one time. She's in her third trimester. And now she is almost on the verge of a nervous breakdown that her baby will have autism.